Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. What a hectic few days, and I apologize for my absence. I actually made notes and even narrated videos, but just did not get to post it, as between exams, house hunting, load shedding, watching the opening of Parliament, the Earthshot Prize, etc., I just kept running out of hours in my day. And because of my own emotional and stress related issues like panic attacks and depression, I have long ago made a rule that I stop working at 8 p.m. no matter what. I do not always stick to it, but I try. Okay, so opening of Parliament. I love the pageantry. I honestly do. But for some reason it bothered me this time. I don't know whether it is because it's too soon after the Queen's death to experience King Charles actually doing it, in which case, it just is what it is, a little human emotion. Or maybe, in my case at least, it just feels so tone deaf. With the war in Ukraine and the war in Israel and Palestine, the protests in London, you know, all this messed up and sad events. To see an old man being taken to the opening of Parliament in a horse drawn carriage, wearing a cape lined with ermine and a crown encrusted with diamonds. Of course, guys, I feel a little silly because we all know these crowns and tiaras exist anyway, whether they are worn or not. But I can't help but feel a little sick to my stomach seeing Charles and Camilla decked out in fur and diamonds, knowing that around the corner hundreds and thousands of women and children are dying under the most horrific circumstances. And on street level in the United Kingdom, violence is only one misstep away. It just feels to me as if King Charles does not care, as if he is just carrying on regardless, just doing his own thing. Now, I mean this honestly from the bottom of my heart. I do not want interruptions at the Senator this weekend. I really, really don't. It actually breaks my heart and brings tears to my eyes. But on the other hand, maybe it would be a good thing if there is a minor disturbance, because maybe if it touches him, if it touches the king personally, the king will wake up from his comfortable slumber and engage more with his parliament to resolve the issue of these sometimes violent and always disruptive protests. And maybe, he could put off the show of wealth and flash, and maybe just keep it for once a year, or for royal weddings or foreign leaders' visits. But maybe it would be a good idea if the king himself stays a little more humble over the next, say, year or two or three. I don't know. I'm honestly conflicted because I love the pomp and ceremony. But yesterday's carriage ride and full regalia just did not sit well with me. I even thought of how I would have felt had it been Catherine and William. And quite frankly, guys, I would have felt exactly the same. Maybe it is just because of my own mood and struggles that I feel this way. I don't know. Anyway, as for the speech, I am not going to blame King Charles for any of it, because usually it is put together by Parliament and the monarch just basically reads it. Some of it is just a repeat of every other year. My government will do this, my government will ensure that, my government will continue to. Same shit, different day. He did, however, fleetingly mention the new media bill, if not by name, but you had to listen very, very carefully. I smiled a little at the new age restriction on buying cigarettes. Here in South Africa, you may not sell cigarettes to a person under 18, and a person under 18 may not sell tobacco products. And it has been like that for many, many years. Well, at least since 2007, 2008. And that's about it, guys. The rest of the speech, honestly, went in one ear and out the other. Although I must say I did stay for the duration. Okay. Oh, William. Once again, a huge, huge success in Singapore. Unfortunately, our South African team were not one of the five winners, but at least being a finalist gave them some exposure, and I'm sure they will get a lot of assistance, financial and otherwise, in the future. Okay, next. Samantha Megan. The judge heard arguments yesterday, and Samantha seems very positive. But I don't know, you guys. The judge have already sided with Megan once and also gave her what she wanted by not forcing her to attend in person, but to attend via Zoom. Well, what shall I say? The judge will give a verdict in a few days or weeks about whether it will go to trial or not in July next year. So we'll see. I hope Samantha gets that trial. She deserves a little justice. The whole family do. But, I'm not going to jinx anything by predicting anything. We'll just wait and see. Then Harry's ridiculous little video for the 17th annual Stand Up for Heroes benefit on Monday night. He appeared via video, which I guess was taped and edited beforehand. Even more ridiculous is that only one of the medals he wears in this video was for actual military service. The rest were for attending the Queen's Jubilees. Now tell me, number one, since when does that constitute military service? And two, since when does the Americans celebrate a British royal anytime it comes to celebrating anything related to the American military? I was under the impression that America has gained its independence from Britain a long, long time ago. But I'm afraid to say it certainly looks like America is allowing British royalty back in. So I can just ask, who will it be for America? King Charles, King William, or King Harry? I guess the polls say King William, but the other one, or then this one, is already in the United States, so a plastic crown decorated with bottle tops can just as well be placed on his head, while all these people and organizations who are elevating ginger nuts over their own people can go kiss his ugly, stinking feet. Anyway, if he thought him releasing this video to overshadow his brother and father, he made a huge mistake. I honestly did not even know about it until I saw it on Instagram. And the next day, I had to make several Google searches before I could find it. It is just a bit of tomfoolery, a bit of clowning around, and quite honestly, I think many people like myself are just rolling our eyes at Harry dressing up as a royal and military man because we know he is none of that. He betrayed his oath to his commander-in-chief and his country, which indeed makes him a word rhyming with country without the re. So I'm afraid that when it comes to following what work his brother is doing and what his father is saying in a parliamentary speech and the silly childish jokes of Harry, well, guys, then I'm afraid I do not have time for the ginger one and his meaningless medals. Well, on his chest, they are indeed meaningless. Okay, guys, that's it for now. I have another video recorded, but because I took so long to load it, I'll have to re-edit it because some of the information and questions have since been answered. But I think the rest of the information in the video is still very, very valid and even important. So, okay, off I go. I'll see you soon. And until then, please take care of yourselves. Bye.